Alright, welcome back to my channel. Today I have another Dollar Tree project for you. So what you're going to need, you're going to need some twine of some kind if you choose to. You're going to need ribbon. Again, your choice, whatever you would like. And you're going to need 12 of these little baskets that you can find over in the wedding section at Dollar Tree. You are also going to need, let me flip my Ferris wheel over here. You're going to need 2 wood stakes, or wood poles, I guess. Wood, what are they called? Oh my gosh. Anyways, you get the gist. Now, I got these 2 heart ones because I absolutely love hearts. You're also going to need a one of the pallets, or one of these things, something that you can use for your base. Now, I put white trees in, and you're going to also need 2 of these the metal spokes. That looks, these look, is what I'm talking about, and they look like the tire wheels. You're going to need 2 of those. You are also going to need some of these, what the heck are they called? Anyways, they sell these at Dollar Tree. You can also get those at Walmart. Now, I did, let me measure everything out for you. Okay. So let's see. Okay, there we go. And as you can see, this does actually move and turn. Okay. So, your pieces of wood for each little section. Let's see if you can see that. Let me see. All right, so those are 3.5 inches long. So you're going to cut your wood pieces down to 3.5 inches. You're going to need 12 of those. And as you can see, each little point, I did glue all of those together. Now, I also, to reinforce them, I went around with my twine and wrapped them and also glued them. So they are not moving. They're not going anywhere. And as you can see, they do roll. Now, I used the ribbon to tie the little seats for your Ferris wheel in place. I just tied a quick little bow. Now, I did not cut the ends off just in case I needed to move them up or move them down, because it does tend to get stuck down at the bottom. So my recommendation is at the base here, when you're gluing these down, if you're going to use these little buckets, I do suggest that you take a tumbling tower block and glue this down, just so that you get a little more height, and then it will roll a lot smoother. If it's a little bit higher, you'll be able to actually move that all the way around. Now, in your middle section, now I did not record myself making the actual Ferris wheel because I did not know if this was actually going to turn out and work. So I actually wanted to make it beforehand so that if it didn't turn out, no loss there. Now, in the middle section, to help it turn so it didn't go flopping all over the place, I did put 4 wood beads in the middle section here. Now, you will need a longer, you're going to need a 4-inch piece for the middle section here. Now, I just put that in the middle of the hearts, and let me check and make sure. That's actually, yeah, 4 inches for the middle piece. And you're going to put the 4, oh, sorry, I can't count, 5. There's 5 beads in the middle section, and what that does is it prevents these wheels from going all the way over. It creates a little friction in the middle section so that as they move, they stay in place. And so that does help your little Ferris wheel to move all over the place. Oops. Okay. So for your Ferris wheel, like I said, you're going to need 2 spokes. And then I went, as you can see, I went all the way around with my twine, all the way around the entire piece. Now, you don't have to do that if you don't want to. You don't even have to use twine if you don't want to. If you just want to use the glue and leave it at that, you're totally welcome to do that as well. I actually like the color of the natural wood, so I just went with the natural wood and white. Now if you want to use different color ribbon, you're more than welcome to for your project. This is just the materials that I used to make mine. This actually, I love it. This is one of my most favorite pieces that I've made to date. It's fun. It's pretty high. Let's see. Let me measure it. So it stands 18 inches. So let me see if you can see that. Nope, you can't. But it measures 18 inches high. So it's pretty high. And as far as wide, it is 14.5 inches wide. So it's a substantial piece that you're going to make. Now it was actually fairly simple. So you just glue. So I started with the middle piece. So what I did was I glued these 2. So the 2. Let me scooch this down a little bit so you can see what I'm talking about. So these 2 pieces in the middle, I glued those to the bottom piece first. I glued the middle section and the spikes second. I wanted to make sure that the base piece was glued and stable first. Then I added the middle piece. Let's see if you can, okay. Get a good view of the middle piece. So then I glued this middle piece and the beads in. Now I didn't have any beads that had a big enough center piece that I could actually stick them through the middle piece. So I just glued those along the top. Now, if you can use bigger beads if you have them. I just don't have a big enough bead where I could have reamed that out to make that hole bigger. So to put that in the middle section. But that is an option for you if you would like. And as I said, just attached the buckets to the entire structure with ribbon. Now I started out using those wire hooks that you can get anywhere to hang your Christmas ornaments on your Christmas tree, and those were too long, and so it didn't actually turn. And so then I went for the ribbon. No, you don't have to use ribbon. You can use twine. You can use whatever you want. You can paint your spokes. You can paint everything, whatever color you desire. This is your project, but this is just a fun project that I put together. Now, gluing time, this did take about 4 days to put it all completely together, but it turned out really, really fun. I really, really liked this project, and as you can see, it does actually turn. Now, like I said, it does get hung up at the bottom, but that's just because the buckets are a little bit too long. So that's why I suggested you put the tumbling tower blocks at the bottom, just so that gives it a little bit more height, so that it can spin and you won't get hung up at the bottom. All right, I'm going to give you another quick look at what it looks like. All right, so that's what it looks like. If you reproduce this, I hope that you put a picture of it in the description section so I can see how yours turned out. But that is all for today. Thank you for joining me. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more projects on a budget, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Have a great day. Bye.